Bonnie. Happy Saturday night. I am back. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're going back in the Wayback Machine tonight. We're doing the 80s. Oh my gosh, I finally got this video organized. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I loved in the 80s. Perfume, music, clothes. Remember Jordache? Oh, we're going to talk about everything. I'm turning 54 this month. Boy, that feels older. I was born in 1970 and my teen years were like 83 to 87. So I'm going to put my first photo up here. What on earth was I thinking? Seriously. So this is a picture of me and my mother at the Cleveland National Air Show. I was probably 13. Why am I wearing a Loverboy shirt? Why? I don't know. I wasn't even that into Loverboy. I was like into Duran Duran then, but I think I only owned like one concert shirt. I probably got it like at a garage sale. I was wearing it, so I thought that was really strange. So that was my 80s early look. Next photo. Oh, I was driving a 79 Grand Prix in 87. Do the math on that. Remember those giant cars we used to drive? I swear kids today would not understand how hard it was to drive one of those gigantic old-fashioned cars, but we did it. The V8 engines. Next photo, I finally found the photo of me with the lilac bush, which inspired this video. So that's me in my gunny sack dress, 15 years old, and my hair was a little stiff. I think I put a little too much hairspray on that day, but it was cool. Next up, we have my senior photo. This is the black and white in my yearbook. I was really into Kim Wilde, Kids in America, and I liked that look. I liked the look with the men's jacket, and I was trying to do that. I don't know if it worked, but that was me senior year. So I was a total 80s girl. Total 80s girl, and I remember a lot of the fragrances that I had. Fragrance is so important to me. Like, I had to have something on, like, every day. And it wasn't like you got perfume on a regular basis back then. They were fairly pricey, so it was like a birthday present or a Christmas present, and you really, really like valued your perfume. You didn't do like the extra spray or anything. So one of the perfumes that I wore all the time was Chloe. I'm going to put a screenshot up here. I loved it. I looked at the scent notes. It was like coconut, peach, tuberose, ylang-ylang. I don't know, but that one was like super sophisticated. We were all trying to look older than we were in the 80s. Like, even now, like, my daughter's like, boy, you look like really mature. We were emulating those looks, like Dallas Dynasty. We really wanted to look like mature when we were like 17, 18 years old. And we wanted to wear these mature scents. So Chloe was kind of an everyday perfume for me. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this one right. I'm going to put a picture. Is it Anais? Anais? I don't even remember what it was. That was a lighter, more powdery, like French perfume. I wore that. That was a less expensive one. I don't think I wore that one quite as much. I liked it, but it wasn't like my favorite. Next photo, Opium. Oh my gosh, that was like my favorite perfume. I think I only had one small bottle of Opium, and I valued that. Like, I was like, whoa, I have Opium. That was a really popular perfume. Poison. Remember Poison? I think everybody had Poison. That was a little bit later in the 80s, I think. Chloe was like earlier. And then Red Door. Red Door, I want to say, started late 80s, maybe going into the 90s. I remember wearing Red Door all the time. That was a really popular one. I also remember, oh my gosh, Bonnie Bell, Lip Smackers. All of us were doing the lip smacker thing. I mean, from like 12 on, like, even, you know, younger, like if you were in third grade and you had one of those giant lip smackers, you were somebody. But I remember like wearing it even in my high school years. I loved all of the lip smacker stuff. That was fun. Plus, I always thought it was cool, even though they spelled it Bonne, like Bonnie Bell. Like, hey, that's my name. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put another screenshot up. Jeans, Jordache jeans were like the jeans for like 82, 83, and this is such a sad story. So my mom didn't want to pay like $50 for a pair of Jordache, which I can't blame her now. And she eventually did buy me a pair of Jordache. But when I was younger, she went to Sears and she looked at the label and was like, oh, I found you these jeans. They look like the same kind of label, just the name's different. And I swear, I don't know if I imagined this or what, but I swear these jeans were called Land O'Lakes. Does anyone else, I tried to Google it. Does anyone else remember like a Sears brand called Land O'Lakes? I was horrified. I wore them to school and I had the name Butterbutt for like the rest of my life in elementary school. It was horrible. Like, why did I even wear these? So after I told my mother that my new name was Butterbutt, she finally bought the Jordache. So I don't know why. Like, that's such a weird story, but I so remember these Land O'Lakes jeans. They had to have been real because I had the nickname. I don't know. So those were super popular. What else did I wore a lot of t-shirts in high school. Like, we always had in Cleveland, there was a t-shirt company called Daffy Dan. And this was before like DTG or any of the print on demand stuff. So they would have to like hand do them. And on the sleeve, it said DD for Daffy Dan, which also was Duran Duran. So, huge Duran Duran fan. Music, I kind of did a little bit alternative. Like, I was into like Echo and the Bunnymen, Joy Division, New Order, but I was really into Duran Duran. Like, they were my ultimate favorites. Duran Duran, Adamant, Cyndi Lauper. I liked some of the other alternative like 80s bands like Flock of Seagulls. It's funny, I was not that into like Rod Stewart or like Paul McCartney then. I grew a deeper appreciation for people like that later. Elton John, I always loved Elton John. I've loved forever. I gotta say, Elton John was always a favorite. I loved Queen. Oh my gosh, Freddie Mercury. It's like always a favorite of mine. Live Aid, that Live Aid concert. Oh my gosh, so many fun things going on in the 80s. I also remember Sweet Honesty, Avon. I think that's why I still do Avon to this day, because of some of the retro stuff. I do have another channel for my Avon stuff. I'll put the link below. It's called Beauty Geek. But Sweet Honesty will bring back so many memories if you spray this on. It's funny, I wanted to bring these in because obviously I don't own, oh my gosh, this smells so good. I don't own Chloe anymore. I don't own any of these. And I looked online. I think Chloe's like $400 online. This smells like junior high, like walking down the hallway. Remember Candid? Candid was like more sophisticated. This was like one of those, I don't know. It's like if you were one of the go out at night teens, which I really wasn't. This one felt more sophisticated. Candid was sparkling bergamot, blooming tuberose, and sensual patchouli. Yeah, see, this one was hot in the 80s, 70s too. Actually, these Avon perfumes were really popular back then. They still sell these, by the way, over at Avon. Timeless. Remember Timeless? This is sparkling bergamot, rich jasmine, and sensual. These are the same scent notes. Why are these the same scent notes? Oh, one is... That's really weird. Are these the same? I wonder if that's a typo. Classic Collection. I didn't think these were the same. I'm gonna have to... That's a Scooby-Doo mystery! I wonder if Avon's got a typo. Oh my goodness, because Timeless is different. Timeless is a little different. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we have a Scooby-Doo mystery on our hands. I'm gonna have to never noticed that before. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But these are super fun. Oh my gosh. I really wish I could get my hands on that Chloe or the opium. I'm going to have to do some hunting around. Also, I'm going to put up another screenshot. Remember 1006 lotion? Like everyone wore 1006. That was so popular. And it was funny when I was going through my my history, my research, I found apparently Debbie Gibson had a perfume called Electric Youth. Didn't have it. I was not a Debbie Gibson fan back then. I don't know why. I don't know. She was too cute for me. I was a little bit more into the alternative stuff. She was a little bit later too. She was like more in the 90s, I think. I was already moving into like that Seattle sound by then. I was like in my 20s by the time the 90s hit. So, oh my gosh, this is fun. I just wanted to share with you a couple of my favorite 80s perfumes. And I'm also burning Almond Croissant. I'm going to do that one next. I'll see you guys later. Let me know your favorite 80s products. Bye-bye.